We are back and we are talking the Lego Bricklink Designer Program. And that should be no shock to you because we had just covered a video not too long ago on the channel where we talked about all the different sets that were going to be available, well, potentially would be made for Series 4 of the Lego Bricklink Designer Program. And I know it's a little bit a long ways away considering these pre-order slash crowdfunding will not go on live until February 1st of 2025. But I still think it's a huge time point to kind of reflect on the sets that were chosen and some of the sets that were not chosen, because I think all of these sets we said that were some of our favorites and would be really happy to be made, not a single one was chosen. And part of that is, I believe, because some of them, the designs I really liked, like the Sculptures Workshop, were Lego modular ideas. And I just feel like Lego is not going to execute a modular style building that's not its own. And more on that in today's video. But what is up, everybody? I'm your host, Cristo from Stud City. And in today's video, of course, we're going to be talking Lego Bricklink Designer Program. I feel like this is such an interesting program. It's been kind of taking off this last couple of years, I would say. And I think there's so much information to go around. So if you don't know what the Bricklink Designer Program, it kind of follows suit with the Lego Ideas theme. So Lego Ideas has that whole selection process, and then there's only one set that gets kind of made from that, or there's a multitude of sets, but like mainly one or two sets throughout the year. I think it's what, we're like 3 or 4. One's a promo or something like that. And then there's a bunch of sets that don't get chosen. And some of those sets are still absolutely amazing. I would say 95% of all of those sets are absolutely amazing. So they get sent over to the Bricklink Designer Program and get fan voted as well to potentially be made into other Lego sets. So like we've seen in previous years, right? Earlier this year in February, we had the chance to pre-order all of these 5 sets for Series 1, which will be shipping, I believe, in July. That's kind of how it works. I think we picked up the Old Train Shed Engine, the Mountain Fortress, and a General Store. So 3 solid sets there. And looks like only 3 of the 5 sold out. But anyways, on to Series 4. What I want to focus on today is look at the selection of sets that were chosen. And we'll start off right here with the Marchant Boat by Nicolas Carlier, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I didn't cover this set in the other video, but I'm very happy this has been created. This is fantastic. This is such a cool set. It's pretty unique. I don't think we have a boat that is super scaled like this one we have here. I love this set. It looks fantastic. It has, the wheels to make it go on water. Excuse me. Here's a front view and a side view. So much details, and one thing this creator did absolutely well is they made it a modular design. They had 4 walls. They made it enclosed. They have packed with details on like the main level of the boat. You clearly see there's a second level of boat with a whole balcony and a fishing rod on an access to like the bow here. Pretty cool into the deck. And then on top of that, you also have a roof, maybe a little attic up here with some flower pots on that side. So it looks fantastic. Really stoked for this one. We can look at some of the prices that we can assume for a set like this. It does come with 1,933 pieces. For a set like this, oh my gosh. I mean, I feel like $200 is hard to justify, but for how unique this is, I think I would pay $200 for something like this. I paid $200 for the modulars, or like 180 to 200. So maybe the 180 mark is a little bit better. Like I kind of resemble the bookshop. Obviously, that one's a little bit more modularized, where you can put it out next to other buildings. This one is kind of I don't know. You can do so much with this set though. It looks really cool. I feel like the 180 to $200 price point would probably be realistic and ideal for a set like this. Hopefully, it'll be cheaper, but who knows, right? The next set is the Wild West Train, and then this creator is L Lucky. Fantastic set here. I'm just going to take a blast to the past really quick here, because L Lucky also had another set that was made, and it was the General Store. So it looks like he or she had 2 sets made in a row on the Bricklink Designer Program. That's pretty exciting. And this one also was an Old West theme. So I'm actually pretty happy. I scooped up a copy of this, and L Lucky's got his second one here. And I like this one a lot better because I'm a huge train fan, but the Wild West Train is pretty fantastic. I hope the final design looks very similar or extremely close to what this model is, because I like this as is. Hopefully it doesn't have to undergo a bunch of changes. So really cool design, L Lucky. I really like this one. I even like the additions here of like the water tower and the fan wheel, the windmill there. Really cool stuff. as well as the locomotive being fantastic as well. So really excited for that one. The next Lego set that's going to be arriving for the Series 4 program is going to be the Seaside Market. Oh, really quick, I didn't give you guys a price on this one. 2,760 parts. I feel like this should be around 220 to 240, somewhere in that price range. I think that's a little bit reasonable. Maybe, yeah, 220 I feel like is where it might land. 200 to 220. And then obviously I would assume there's the coal tender has the possibility of motorizing the train. I feel like all Lego trains should kind of have that option, just because all the features that are included to easily upgrade to a motorized train. So yeah, this definitely looks like it's designed so I'm really excited for that. But the next one we said was the Medieval Sea Market. Again, I feel like Fantasy Era has been taking off, especially in these Lego idea sets and even on Lego icons, as well as Bricklink Designer set. And I feel like they've been really popular. So it doesn't really surprise me that the Bricklink Designer programs really chose, what was it, two Fantasy Era theme sets. But this one looks pretty sweet. It's a seaside market. It's got all the castle kind of structure, has some waterway, and then has our decking that is over the waterway with our markets there as well. So really cool set. Something pretty, I would say, pretty unique. I don't think we've seen anything like this. Obviously, we have the markets that just came out from Lego on the Lego Icons theme, which is a really cool set. But I guess this would have been designed well before that one. So one thing I really like about it is that it has like 4 different castles that kind of all connect. And I'm sure you can like take this piece and connect it here if you really wanted to. So like you could kind of do this one in multiple ways, which is something I really, really do like. And on top of that, it's got like all walls, and it's like a real complete castle. So hats off to BrickFan UI. This is a really cool set. It does come with 2,183 pieces, which for me feels light on the piece count compared to like how much Lego there really is in this one. I honestly thought this set was going to be like 4,000 pieces, but I guess, $250 would have been, if I looked at the set right now, before even looking at the piece count, I would have said around $250 to $300. So seeing that lower piece count kind of gets me excited, but I would assume, obviously there's a lot more larger pieces, might drive the price up a little bit. So $250, I feel like that is a decent starting point. Obviously, hopefully it's less. I think it's my top dollar. I would love to see it in the $200 range, obviously. So putting it compared to the markets that's available, I think that one's like $215 or $220 or something, odds and ends like that. So somewhere in that ballpark, I feel like is a fair one. The next Lego set is going to be the Siege Encampment. Again, like I said, a fantasy era Lego set. This one is by Sleepless Night, and actually another really, really cool design here. It features a ton of different things inside of this one, and would just go well with your medieval seaside market that you're gonna buy, as well as all the other castles we're buying throughout the Bricklink Designer Program. It just fits. So I'm really excited for this one as well. Another set I'm probably gonna pick up. I don't know if I announced this, but those first 4 sets, I plan on buying all 4 of these. Just one copy at least for myself. Who knows? Maybe even a second copy. But this one is no different. Like, I think it is amazing. I love all the minifigs. I feel like a lot of Fantasy Era and Castle fans are going to be stoked to get this many minifigs in a pack, however much it does cost. The Trebuchet, if I'm pronouncing that, I didn't know the name of that, but I'm glad I saw that. It's that thing that throws like the wrecking ball. So that is really cool. Something I've never seen in Lego, so that's awesome. So I love all the different elements. You can kind of sporadically put these around your Fantasy Era collection, or if you're building like a mock or something like that. So that's pretty cool. It does come with 2,600 parts. You do get a lot in here as well. I feel like landing between the $200 and $250 mark, I think would be pretty fair, but just considering how much different pieces you get here, it might end up being a little bit more. So anyways, that's the 4th one. Awesome design. And then the 5th and final design that we're going to be seeing in the Bricklink Designer Program is the Riverside Scholars. And this is, I'm going to say, it's cool, but it's just not for me. And this is by Hanwaz. So congrats, Hanwaz, making that on here. It looks incredible, it really does. It reminds me a ton of Ninjago. Even the characters remind me of Ninjago. But just kind of a mock here of the scholarly school. I mean, it's cool. It has like a waterfall built into it. Kind of has a little bit of decent little architecture as well. It is open back on the back side, which obviously, you guys know me. I'm not a huge fan on. I love the library that's inside and incorporated in there with the ladder. That's really cool. But it does give me the Ninjago feels, so that's something I really do like about it. But having the open box is just gonna be something I'm gonna pass on. Regardless, I love these circular windows. That's a nice touch. Nice little building technique. Would be really fun to make something like that. And I love all the waterway as well. So, anyways, that is going to wrap it up. That's the 5 Bricklink Designer Program sets. I guess I didn't give you a price on that one. It is definitely 2,600 pieces. So, again, probably falling between the $200 and $250 range, I think is a little bit fair for that one. So, somewhere in there, again, drop down would probably, for me, would be like 200 is definitely high. Yeah, probably in the $200 for a non-licensed thief. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up, guys. That's our 5 Bricklink Designer sets. If you want to stay up to date on more Bricklink Designer sets and updates, Series 2 is rolling around the corner for crowdfunding. It'll be here before we know it. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss any updates on that one. Really excited for this Brick Cross train station. But anyways, like I said, that's gonna wrap it up. Love you guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Let me know what you think of these videos. Let me know what you think of all the 5 sets that are created, and if you're really bummed out about any of the sets that were not created. There's a handful that I'm bummed out about, but we can discuss that in a separate video. So shout out to all the creators. You guys did fantastic. Best of luck getting your 10,000 pre-sales and 30,000 officially all sold. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm Stud City, aka Cristo. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.